With the Biathlon World Cup on hiatus in advance of the World Championships in Oberhof, Germany, the Biathlon World focused on Lenzerheide, Switzerland, and the Open European Championships last week. But under the surface, the pressure has mounted for some of the athletes at the championships as they served as selection races for the final couple spots on national teams for those looming World Championships in Oberhof. For some members of Team USA, this was their final test for a spot in the van to Oberhof as well.
Maxime, Vincent, and Tara really overcame their own pressure on performing and just raced like they know they can. It was really awesome to see Vincent and Maxime both in the top 15 in the sprint, Tara notching a personal best result with the 28th place in the sprint, and our men's team as a whole posting some of their best results ever, with 5 of them in the top 65.
Team USA now focuses on the World Championships in Oberhof, Germany, one of the grand spots for biathlon in all the world. And here's your Team USA for the 2023 IBU Biathlon World Championships. DEEDRA earns a spot at her second World Championship team off of the top Olympic finish by an American ever in biathlon, a 7th at last year's Olympics in the individual in Beijing. With a slight improvement in shooting in Oberhof, remains an athlete who can surprise herself along with the world, and she's more experienced than ever in big events.
I'm excited to represent Team USA at World Championships in Oberhof because my parents will be there and it'll be their first time watching me race internationally.
Chloe Levins returns to her second World Championships, having raced the individual in the 2021 edition. Levins' 90% shooting average puts her near the top of the world order on the shooting range, and the 2% improvement of ski speed this season means the 24-year-old is clearly on the upswing in development.
I'm excited to represent US Biathlon at World Championships in Oberhof because typically the conditions are pretty unpredictable, and that gives our entire team a lot of opportunity for success.
Two-time Olympian JOANNE REID will lead the women in experience, heading to her 5th Biathlon World Championships of her career. REID, an NCAA skiing champion for the University of Colorado back in 2013, holds the highest World Championship finish of any active Americans competing, having finished 10th in the 2019 World Championship mass start. Her 3 career best finishes in the sport are in World Championship or Olympic events, indicating she's a big event performer. Kelsey Dickinson and Tara Garrity-Moats make their IBU World Championships debut in Oberhof, despite both being seasoned international competitors. Garrity-Moats has proven to be a versatile winter sport athlete. She's gone back and forth between biathlon in order to combine most of her life, a sport in which she will forever be known as a pioneer, as the first ever World Cup overall Crystal Globe winner of the FIS Women's Nordic Combined season in 2020.
I'm excited to represent US Biathlon at World Championships in Oberhof because it'll be my first ever Biathlon World Championships, and it's sort of the epitome of German biathlon, and the fans are going to be crazy, and it's going to be an incredible atmosphere, especially after a lot of years of COVID.
Dickinson comes off a frustrating back injury that all but dashed her Olympic hopes last year, but she still brings nearly a decade of biathlon experience, including a career World Cup best recently in Ruhpolding and a second-place finish on the IBU Cup in 2020 in Susha, Norway.
I'm excited to represent US Biathlon at the World Championships in Oberhof because it's my first World Championships. Be sure to tune in because, as the Gen Z kids would say, it's gonna be lit.
World Junior Champion Sean Doherty is one of the most successful junior biathletes in IBU history. A 3-time Olympian already at age 27, this will be Doherty's 7th World Championship appearance. Doherty matched his second-best World Cup finish of 11th earlier this season at Le Grand Bornand. Anything better than a 17th place finish will raise the bar for Doherty as a personal best at the World Championships.
We haven't had good fans since the World Champs here in Antholz, and I'm pretty excited. It is going to be rowdy, it's going to be loud, and make sure you tune in to the fog, wind, rain, snow, sleet, hail, and good times in Oberhof.
2022 Olympian Jake Brown appears in his 4th IBU World Championships. He surprised at the 2021 World Championships with a 12th place finish in the sprint. He's struggled to stay healthy this season, but when he's been healthy, he's posted some of his fast ski performances compared to the field of his entire career. Brown may not need to catch lightning in the bottle if his health holds and he puts a good day to get on the shooting range in any of the events he starts.
One, Oberhof is an awesome venue that's going to have a lot of fans, and I think it's going to be a sweet atmosphere. And 2, I think just never taking for granted the opportunity to represent your country in something. You know, I think we put on that Stars and Stripes uniform, and we don't just represent ourselves anymore. We don't even just represent our teammates anymore. We represent our country, and that's something that we only get a few opportunities in our life to do. So I'm excited to do that on the world stage.
2022 Olympian Paul Schommer appears in his third IBU World Championships and leads the men's team with the highest personal best World Cup finish of anybody still active, a 9th in Antolz last season. Despite nursing a troublesome knee, Schommer has been consistently in the front half of the World Cup field when he's raced, mostly due to a 7% improvement on the shooting range this year, making this his most consistent season on the World Cup. If he can hit the physical form he hit in Antolz last year during the World Championships, he can do something special.
I'm excited to represent U.S. Biathlon at the World Championships in Oberhof because I want to go fast.
21-year-old Maxime Germain is still a junior, coming off 2 top 15s in the senior category at the European Championships and a mature performance in the final leg of the relay on the World Cup in Ruhpolding. These will be his first IBU Senior World Championships and will give him more experience going into the Junior World Championships later this year, where he may be a favorite for a medal.
I'm stoked to represent the U.S. Biathlon at the World Champs in Oberhof because of the fans and the great snow conditions we're about to get.
Vincent Bonacci appears in his first ever IBU World Championships off just 1 World Cup start this season. Coming off a stellar 11th place at the European Championships in the sprint, Bonacci will be looking for any opportunity he can to extend his experience at the senior level.
I'm excited to represent U.S. Biathlon at the World Championships in Oberhof. I skied there for my first time this summer, and I'm excited to see it in the winter, and I'm especially excited to see it with like 400,000 fans or however many are showing up. It'll be a good time.
We'll be back with more Team USA highlights from the World Championships in Oberhof as the action unfolds in Germany. For the U.S. Biathlon team, I'm Chad Salmela. Enjoy the 2023 Biathlon World Championships.